So here we have the new setup for my rotary jig for the NEJE style laser. It has two sides, two rotors. You get 6 1/4-20 nuts and an all-thread rod, which is what you use for the axle. You get 7 pulleys of varying sizes. These you want to actually match up to the size of your blank when you're lasering, so you get a nice clean burn. If your blank is bigger than your pulley, you'll have skips in your lasering, and if your blank is smaller than your pulley, it'll be a little bit smushed. So you want to be as close as possible. You also get 2 band adapters over here, these guys, and like I said, the all-thread rod. And this is well, I guess the biggest difference is the all-thread rod. The second biggest difference is this bed hugger. It's just one now, which makes it easier to set up, easier to use overall, to be honest. And that's about it for the parts. So let me get this set up for the next part, and I will show you how to put it together. Okay, here we are. I have one nut on the axle, and this is the pulley I'm going to use. If you see here, it's about as big as the blank. If anything, it's maybe a 1/2 millimeter, maybe a 1/4 of a millimeter shy of the diameter. So this is what I'm going to use for it. And so you throw your blank on there, and then your pulley. And if you wanted to use your bushings, you can. Or if you're doing a bigger pen, like a Cuban or a cigar or whatever, Sierra, you put the bushings on there and make your put your blank between them, and then it keeps it centered while you're lasering. So you put that on there. And then you put a nut on this side. And then you put another nut. And your rotor. And then another nut. Imagine that. So what we're doing here is we're using these 2 nuts to keep this in place, the rotor. So what you want to do is tighten these both down so it's on there pretty good, and then tighten these both down, just snug by hand, and then throw your other rotor on there, and you're good to go for right now. Let me get the laser in here. What you can do is pop your bed hugger on, and like I said, it goes front to back now. Slide that right on there like that. And then get your sides. Your sides clip on just like before. It's over the side like that between the 2 screws. Same with this side. Clips over between the 2 screws. And you want to put this on. Now, wherever you want to laser, center your blank in the laser. Then you want to get your pulley. Depending if you have bushings or not, it might vary on which of these band adapter slots you use. I'm going to leave it just like that, so I need to move my rotor over. And so loosen that up a little bit. Tighten that back down. And that goes right in there. See that? There we go. Now this one can just sit in there now. And what that'll do is this will keep it from going like that everywhere. And this one on this side will keep it from playing back and forth. So there you go. Got your laser ready to go. You got your band adapters. Now you want to line these up with your pulley. So I could do it right there. Could do it right there. Yeah, I'm going to do that one right there. So pop that in there. Pop the back one in. And like I was saying earlier, you could do this while it's out, which is actually easier. There we go. And your rubber band. Setting up the rubber band is a little interesting. I like to tilt my laser or get down level with it and look across the pegs to the back one and see if I'm going to be hitting the pulley that much. I'm not going to be hitting it too much with this one right here. Like straight across there. Not going to be too much tension on it. So I'm going to actually go around these bottom two and around the back two and see how that works out. When you're done setting up the rubber band, you want pressure on the pulley, but you don't want it to be too much. Now, that being said, if you're not using a new rubber band, you might need more pressure, or you might need to go over more of the pegs in the band adapter. It just all depends. It really does take some trial and error. It does vary with laser. Some lasers are, this is actually lower, so you'll only be able to have 3 of these pegs showing. There's all sorts of variances, so little trial and error goes into it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Talk to Robert at T-Shadow. He'll help you out. I'll help you out, whatever you want. And that's about it. So if you see that wood, I don't have it hooked up right now, but I'll do a video with that coming up soon. You know, it would just move very slowly like that and rotate and laser. Let me put it back here. So you have it. If you watch the rotor there, it's very hard to simulate stepper motor movement, but I think you guys understand. So there we go. Let me know what you think. These are for sale on tshadow.com, so stop by. I'll put a link down in the description, and I'll probably put a title on here somewhere, maybe right around here, tshadow.com. Maybe I'll put it up here. Oh, there it is. And yeah, so check it out, tshadow.com. Buy one for yourself, buy a couple for your friends, maybe a couple backups, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys.